Celebrity Book Club. Who's that knocking at the door? It's all your friends, you filthy whore. Your husband's gone and we've got books and a bottle of wine to kill. It's Hollywood. It's books. It's gossip. I'm shook. It's memoirs. It's martinis. It's Studio 54. It's Fellini. It's Celebrity Book Club. Come read it while it's hot. Celebrity Book Club. Tell your secrets, we won't talk. Celebrity Book Club. No boys are allowed. Celebrity Book Club. Say it loud and proud. Celebrity Book Club.
Buzz me in, I brought the Cuervo.
Hey, best friend.
How the hell are you?
Thank you. Yeah, last time I saw you, I'll be up front with our listeners.
Let's tell them.
Yeah, let's tell them. Last time I saw you was on a flight from Dublin to New York City, and I was carrying my Dickies jacket in a Delta trash bag because I had vomited in it in the middle seat.
People say no one vomits on planes anymore.
Men wore hats and people vomited on planes.
You used to get dressed up.
Right.
And you still do. You brought your Dickies jacket with the sole purpose of upchucking into it.
There wasn't enough time to find
the
bag.
Well, here's what I'm going to say. I feel like they don't even have the bags anymore.
They did have the bag. And I finally got the bag after kind of, let's say, TMI, the third... The third wretch.
Round 3. The first two were in the jacket.
In the jacket while I was watching the film Just Go With It.
And that's what made you vom.
Yeah, it was too funny.
You were slapping your knee and you were like, uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
And you were...
Here come the silly
Say
vomits.
it with me, middle seat.
Yeah, absolutely middle seat between two hot guys.
Literally.
Move to China.
No, change your name.
Like,
it's the most embarrassing thing in the world. That's like literally worse than getting your period in a white denim skirt.
Literally.
You vomited in between two hot guys in a plane.
Two hot guys.
Who you could have possibly given your phone number.
My phone number.
Mile High Club.
And you saw me kind of like running on the plane to like clean up.
So I'm watching this amazing, totally bad movie called Moonfall with Halle Berry. And I love a good bad movie. And
wait, is she an alien in it?
No, it's just about like the moon crashing into Earth. And I see you kind of like stumbling through the aisle. I was just like, is she drunk? And you don't look well. To paraphrase our like matronly innkeeper in Clones, Ireland, you don't look well.
Have you been drinking?
Have you been drinking?
Just last night.
And I was just like, what's up with my good friend Lily?
What's up with Lily Vanilli?
And you were kind of just like wandering, like very shoeless Joe Jackson in the aisles.
Yeah, I was wearing one shoe too.
Your vibe was totally homeless lesbian.
Anyway,
it was the turbulence or just the trauma of like returning to America, culture shock.
It was middle seat, culture shock, immigration. The 7 a.m. van we took through rural Ireland before that.
I gotta say, Ireland's a beautiful country, but if I never go back, I won't be upset. Do you know what I mean?
And we're getting into that on the VIP lounge. And I will go back, and that's what I want to discuss. Don't get me fired up.
I'm just a little bit just like the windiness of the roads. No. It's just like, what if you made a road straight? Like, first of all, it would cost less money because it would be a shorter road. Shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line.
You want to pave through the gorgeous greenery that the cows are grazing on?
Yes, I do. And you can build a little bridge for Miss Cow to go over. But the windiness was absolutely insane. I've never been more nauseous.
It was a windy country.
In my life. I needed to throw up in a jacket, and I almost did on the way up there.
You almost did, too.
It was heinous. But gorgeous country, so green, through what they say, very green.
Very green. And again, we will be getting to that in the VIP lounge, but today is really exciting. We have... literally, like, speaking of hot guys.
No,
we
literally.
Have a guest.
Speaking of hot guys that I would die to be sandwiched in between on a plane.
He can't even fit into the whisper room because he's so tall.
I mean, he's in the Mile High Club every day.
Hello. He's a legendary DJ.
He's a legendary podcaster. He's kind of, I want to say, the Paris Hilton of podcasting in that he, like, started a new genre in the industry. Do you know what I mean?
Yes. He took talk radio.
Yes.
Flipped it on its head.
Yes. And people are still playing catch up.
they want to be him, honey.
Okay. We've actually talked about him before on the pod because he had a cameo in a book we read, and we'll get into that.
Yeah, on the main episode.
On the main episode. He's incredible. He's LA-based, but has a New York soul.
He's a total foodie.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jason Stewart.
Hi, guys. How are you? Thank you so much.
Hey.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to be here. I didn't know I have a New York soul.
I think you do. You've got a little, it's
a darkness.
Yes,
to
it's
you.
yes. It's a wryness. A raise of a metropolitan raised eyebrow. To quote Tina Brown.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is nice. It feels very good to be
You
here.
know that there's always something lurking under the surface, and there's part of you that just wants to find out what it is.
I've used that to my advantage for many years.
Yeah.
It's worked out.
And you're literally like from California, like
Born and raised, bro.
From
SoCal.
the OC, SoCal.
From the OC. From like the first time I saw a photo of you wearing like a Volcom something, I was like, you're my bro.
Damn,
What's that?
bros.
That's a
Volcom's
surfing
like
reference or skateboarding? Old school skate time when you skate in like empty pools and stuff.
It's a dope brand that now is mostly sold at Nordstrom.
It used to be a very dope
Yeah,
brand
really
when,
dope
we were
brand.
kids, and now it's a little different.
Yeah, but no, I remember, I have some big Volcom shorts.
It's cool.
Yeah. What Volcom were you rocking back in the day?
Well, I never really rocked Volcom. I admired from afar because I was straight edge, and Volcom was like,
Oh, for bad
it was like
boys?
Sublime people would wear Volcom.
That's what I was going to ask.
Bad boys would wear Volcom.
Okay.
Drug
Smoking
users.
J's.
You were a good boy. You've
I
only
was a good
become a bad boy late in life.
That's right.
When you had the means to do it.
I can't afford drugs.
Right.
Yeah, so let's get into it. Today we are doing cocktails as a book.
Yeah.
And
I know our audience is very worried. You're like, where's the structure?
Where's the structure?
We desperately need structure. We come to your podcast for an audio version of Cards Against Humanity.
Because you're hardcore, but you're sobercore. Your exes on the hands as a teen.
Yeah.
Wait, so you were hardcore as a teen and you were like so Vans and like moshing, but then you were like, now I want to do like regular alcohol as an adult?
The same people that peer pressured me into becoming straight edge then peer pressured me into doing drugs when they became older.
Was your MySpace handle like X underscore something?
Yeah.
Give
X?
the handle.
It was Jason X Edge.
Who was in your top 8?
That was probably just like DJ bros.
Because were you using that for your career at that point? Like, not surprise.
It was both.
Right. It was social. It was chicks. It was career. It was where it all went down.
It was social, chicks, and career. When MySpace surfaced, that was the first time I feel like you could use social media for promotion. Well, for like a career path, quote unquote career, obviously.
Right.
Okay, so then what got you into like alcohol?
Yeah, wait.
Yeah, like-
Describe your journey into cocktails. Because I think of you now as a cocktail person, not just because you're like an official Hendrick's ambassador.
And like, oh right, you and Bombay Sapphire, right?
Bombay.
Bombay. I can't.
No. Those are conflicting brands.
Yeah.
They're both in the gin
They're
space.
both in the gin space.
I
so-
actually know that, but I forget which one you are.
I'm Hendrix.
Okay, you're Hendrix.
Yeah, check out.
Don't worry, we have no non-Hendrick's gin here
Yeah.
today.
Also, the Hendrix #Neptunia. It has a flavor of the sea. Maybe something to reach for this Thanksgiving season.
So
What?
You're
In
pro
what sense?
like
Sorry, what
ocean
sense
martini.
is it? Is it so salty?
It's not so salty. That was my first thought, but it's mainly sea. It's like kelpy seaweed, kind of nautical. You guys are from Massachusetts. Like on a
Yeah,
crisp
I mean-
morning, you open the door by the sea, and
And
you're
it's
like,
a gin.
"What is that?"
Yeah.
Well, just like
No, that's the smell of Nantucket.
Yeah,
Gin
gin.
wafting
Yes.
over the
It is.
dunes.
It's like gin mixed with like the seaweed kind of washing up.
A
Yes.
little bit of gasoline, right, from the ferry.
some gassy notes on the back end, and then whatever little local leaves and berries and herbs that kind of grow in a seaside scape. Those are all thrown in there by the Hendrix Corporation.
Don't mind while I start shaking.
Okay,
That's
so-
nice. But yeah, my journey with alcohol was I started going to the club, and I would be like, oh, if I get
So-
blacked out drunk on Adios Motherfuckers, I can be very social.
Now, this is Los Angeles circa 2006. You're at the Viper Room with Joaquin.
No,
Phoenix.
hold on. You're
Viper
at
Room is like
you're
early
at
90s.
Beauty Bar.
Yeah, well, this was
Pre.
pre.
Okay.
Like this was when I was like 18, still living at home in Orange County, driving up to Hollywood to go to.
Do you guys call it the city?
No, we don't call it the city. But like starring Whitney.
I just know because I think on the OC, like Peter Gallagher, like
Calls
Sandy
it the
calls
city?
it the city once. And he's
You
like,
going
"Don't-
up to the city?
Yeah, like don't go up to the city. Like it's bad news. Huh?
Maybe some Newport people would say that, but that's not where I'm from. I'm a little more
Lily?
blue collar.
Lily, our dashing lesbian bartender, is pouring us what looks like a cranberry margarita.
So this is actually a hibiscus margarita, and I call this the 2013. Because I feel like 2011, 2013 was really a time for hibiscus, one. 3, having kind of an elevated $15 margarita. I'm thinking of the Barbario Chino, maybe, in Lori's side, and just kind of that.
This is when
think
hibiscus was peaking.
When
Yes.
sweet florals really started to enter into the mainstream, Starbucks was putting hibiscus refreshers on the menu, and they're still there to this day.
I
And
would
it's actually
say
a top seller in most
It's a really good
markets.
point. So how did you harvest these? Did you pick them
So
in
get
the
this,
summer and you
these
dried
hibiscus
them?
flowers are actually from Mexico, and my actually Mexican friend gave them to me in Chicago.
Get out of town.
Yeah, I flew back with them, and then all
Oh,
my
my
clothes were like covered with hibiscus dust.
Y'all flew with unregulated flora in your bag.
And definitely
I spit my drink out.
yeah,
People
what?
make me sick. Okay, so there's hibiscus all over your clothes that you maybe have vomited on at
Yeah.
some point. But does that mean your clothes and vomit
Yeah.
got on the hibiscus that I'm about to slurp down?
No, the hibiscus was double bagged again.
Okay. Okay, very To Catch a Smuggler.
Yeah, and then
Coffee beans, peanut butter, old pennies.
I made a hibiscus syrup,
Okay.
and
Am I allowed to sip
I'm
yet?
no,
gonna-
honestly,
I'm
yeah.
gonna
I mean,
sip.
tell me
Okay.
about your notes, but yeah, sip away.
Give me notes of ice.
And I'm going to need full silence for a while I kind of process these. Oh,
Please.
oh, yeah. There's that hibiscus.
Yeah.
It's actually very. I normally don't do a salt on the rim, but it's not unwelcome here.
Okay.
I like the salt in the room a lot, especially because I think, again, not too sweet. And I didn't say. I'm saying again, even though I didn't say it the first
Yeah,
time.
you never said. I haven't heard. Actually, it's been silence.
What's
from
your
you on
spirit
hibiscus.
story in this?
The spirit story is.
Let me guess.
Oh, actually, yeah. Please guess.
This is just a Jose Cuervo white tequila.
Yes.
Yeah.
Jose White?
Jose White. Look,
Three fingers of
it's-
Jose White.
It's my boyfriend, Jose. You know, and
Jose is ultimately, it doesn't hurt. You know, kind of.
it doesn't hurt with stuff.
Right.
It hurts.
You know.
It's hurt families.
Jose Blanco don't hurt as bad as
Jose
some other
Gold.
Joses.
Yeah. Jose Yellow, as I think is the medical term, can be a little painful.
Yeah,
sometimes.
it's a good balance of sweetness.
And I think the
Not too
salt.
sweet.
I think the salt adds a depth that is necessary. So, are you anti-salt because you just think it overpowers?
Do you think it's like too
Because
tacky or
you're
something?
a purist. Because that's surprising to me. Because
Tacky.
I will say, I will bring in some outsider knowledge, which is that I did listen to your episode with Kat Cohen on your podcast the other day.
The podcast How Long Gone, which we haven't
Oh, yeah,
even
it's-
mentioned.
We haven't mentioned.
Check it
Again,
out.
legendary podcast.
Legendary podcast. And you said that you love a blue cheese olive martini. Which is
on
like,
occasion,
talk about overpowering. I mean, at that point, you can't even taste vodka. You can't even taste the glass anymore.
Well, the blue
You're just
cheese,
having a charcuterie
the
board.
blue cheese lives inside the olive, and
it
it's,
doesn't live in.
Yes.
It seeps out.
I no.
there is some
I'm with
seepage,
Jason
but
on
it's a
this.
very low amount of seepage.
I've never seen a blue cheese olive martini where there isn't this just like hardened cum drizzle.
Don't bring up
coming
the
out
cloud.
of
Don't bring up the cum cloud.
You don't
There
think
was-
that it's like cloud.
I got a blue cheese olive martini in Atlantic City, and it wasn't really a cum cloud. It was more just like oily.
Yeah. Maybe it's some herbs floating in there from the blue.
Yeah, and
The
I
oil-
was like,
the oil
okay,
slick.
it was a little more bordering on salad dressing. Oh. Getting hungry? Yeah, that's the LA in you. You're like, ooh, yes.
Well, I think a martini. Well, I was saying on the show, summertime martini with a lemon twist, crisp, refreshing, lemon lime Gatorade kind of feel, and then in the winter months, I like a savory martini. You know, with a little something to chew on.
can I reverse your curse for 1 second here? Which is that I'm more gin martini with a twist, vodka martini dirty. Because vodka is less complex than gin. And so you want to add some more flavor to it. Whereas gin has so many interesting notes to it.
As you said, the kelp.
You know,
did
when
you
I'm
have to go
when I'm
through
sea juniper.
when I'm diving into a fresh bottle of Hendrick's.
Did you go to like Hendrick's University when you like got the gig?
Wait, your ambassador crash course.
Like I would fucking tell you guys.
We're desperate. We're like outside begging.
Wait,
to go
but
to
I
Hendrick's
feel like
University.
it literally is though. It's in this like old manor, like covered in ivy, and they because their branding is very like old, fanciful.
It's obviously
speak.
a cabinet of curiosities.
It's a cabinet
that
of
you enter.
curiosities, and they're handing you like it's an escape room key to like get into your.
It's attached to a monocle that you have to look through to get through the portal.
Everything is in a velvet envelope that you're unspooling for like 20 minutes.
You get your honorary tweed vest.
Yeah. All of that happens in Hendrick's U.
I'm jealous. I want to go.
My son is an honor student at Hendrick's U.
And then you just do a burp, like a hiccup kind of burp.
Back to your history. Cocktails.
Yeah.
Punk to DJ. Sober. So basically you left punk for the club.
Yeah.
And then you left sober for Red Bull and VOD.
It was, my first drinking was like Charles Shaw. Because it was cheap,
Stunning,
you know?
yeah.
Keep a couple bottles.
$3 chuck. Back in those days, it was $1 chuck.
Yeah. I used to have a case of it. Like a friend of mine bought it for me, and it would be like $20 for a case of Charles Shaw, and you could just I would like listen to Godspeed You Black Emperor and fancy myself intellectual having my wine.
Wow,
it was very Hendrick's
love
U.
That.
Wow.
Okay, you're listening, just being like, I'm not like those fucking other losers. I'm drinking wine, listening to Godspeed.
And were you going to like
Steven, do you
Have
know
fun at the
it?
MXPX show, guys.
Yes, I've heard of Godspeed You Black Emperor because one song was featured on an episode of the OC, so I have
Okay,
heard of
there
them.
you go.
Okay, back to your.
Yeah,
wait,
sorry.
hold on. Did you go to like USC to study like film editing?
No. I did not go to college.
What?
Yeah.
You dropped out of college that you didn't go to become a
I went
DJ?
to a community college. The problem was everything was going fine, and then I started doing drugs and alcohol when I went to college.
Right.
Which was
Santa Monica Community
It was Orange
Center.
Coast College in Costa Mesa. I believe Penthouse magazine rated it hottest chicks in hottest chicks school in America that year that I was attending.
You're kidding.
I'm not kidding, but I mean,
Damn.
I was
So it's
out
like
of my league.
tittied up.
Yeah, but it's like blonde surfer, class like Pamela Anderson style.
So you got there and
OC
there was
bunnies.
just
And I was
bunnies
like a goth straight edge guy with like.
So you weren't
big
into
pants.
you were not into the bunnies. You were.
I mean, it ain't a crime to look,
Right.
but we weren't really
that wasn't-
interacting.
Yeah,
no,
you
no.
weren't vibing with them.
So you didn't have this romance though, where
you were
like
looking
this
for
girl
your
was
Olivia
like,
Wilde.
everyone was like, that guy's a freak, and this girl was like, I don't know, I think he's kind of cute. And like you're there with like your headphones and Discman, and she's like, hey, what's up? And you're like, what? You wouldn't understand. But then you guys like start like kind of razzing each other.
I definitely like masturbated myself to this fantasy all through college,
And
but that never happened.
You're reading Proust, and she's just like, oh, yeah, actually, that page is actually kind of cool.
Do you want to? Yeah, it would be like, come over to my house and like, let's like do this pill I found and watch Old Boy. It's like that kind of. It wasn't good. But then I went to the club, and then I was still underage, so I found this older woman who she thought that I resembled Nicolas Cage in Valley Girl, the 80s Valley Girl.
Literally,
at the time.
I told my hairdresser a week ago to make me look like Nicolas Cage.
In Valley Girl or just general?
Just like late 80s.
I said
Nicolas
late
Cage.
80s.
Current Nicolas
Your
Cage.
hair is very. You're
You were
pretty
like,
much already
I want
there.
like hair plugs. Nicolas
Yeah, I was
Cage.
like, current Nick Cage. No, yeah, I
Because the
said
hair,
like
his hair would like come up and then out.
a little down. Yeah, I said kind of totally 80s Nick Cage.
And I would use this to my advantage. So I would be like, here, I have like scraped together my $14. Here you go. I'd like an adios motherfucker. And then I would just get blacked out.
And an
then-
adios motherfucker
Sorry.
is like some sort of West
that like
Coast
a
Long
Long
Island
Island?
iced tea.
It's a Long Island with blue curacao instead of
Oh
whatever.
my God.
So
Jason,
it's
what an
literally a
amazing
blue
segue.
Long Island.
So, speaking of blue curacao, so this era you're talking about, early 2000s, felt like a very blue curacao era.
Hypnotic was very hot as well.
Colors were garish. I have to say.
Oh yeah,
so
hypnotic.
The prompt I
was so
got
cool.
from this fucking awesome ass libations expert over here, Lily Murata, was an apple teeny to sort of evoke this era. I could not find green apple schnapps anywhere in Ridgewood. It's
I'm shocked that they no store had it, like, ironically.
Or like an artisan
Yeah.
schnapps.
Well, and then I called the artisanal wine place, and I was like, hey, do you guys have, like, green apple schnapps? He was like, no, dude, we don't have anything green apple flavored. And it was very, like, don't even ask for sweet
Right,
stuff here,
right.
because this is, like, savory town.
Even our ciders are impossibly dry.
So I went to just a classical liquor store, and I saw the Blue Carousel, and I was like, you know what? Let's reverse course.
Yeah,
Let's go to garish, right? We're doing garish colors. So what I have here is a Blue Lagoon. Now,
Okay.
Blue Lagoon is vodka, Blue Curacao,
Okay.
and lemonade, which
Oh.
I made myself with fresh lemon juice, and then
Stop.
made a simple syrup and added some water. So, listen,
okay.
I don't think I don't think it's bad.
So this is kind of like a blue lemon drop martini?
because a lemon drop is what? Just fresh lemon juice and vodka?
I don't fucking know.
I love that.
But a
name,
lemon
Blue
drop
Lagoon.
martini also evokes that early 2000s era. I remember that was a
Club.
hot
Yeah,
drink.
anything like a drop, like lychee drop.
Well, you know
Yeah,
what
yeah,
it is
yeah.
about
Martini,
lemon
Blue
drop and apple
Lagoon.
tea and cosmopolitan.
And
Let's just
it's
say
a post-Cosmo world, but go
It's-
ahead, sorry.
It's a femininity, right? Lemon drop. A droplet is like it's a feminine shape. It's like it's got a round booty to it.
I've looked at a drop.
And-
You catch me a little with a couple
At
cold
co-
ones in me.
And you
At
start-
Orange Coast College or wherever.
I've
you
shot
went. Yeah.
my
No,
shot at
yeah.
a good-looking drop of water
Yeah,
before.
it's very like, you know, when the whalers were like at sea for months,
Sailors.
and there's this one particular coconut that kind of looks like a woman's front. It's kind of
a
like
woman's front.
it's kind of like a hairy, like bulbous vagina.
Teardrop women are stereotypically
You're talking about the pussy
cry a
coconut.
lot.
The pussy nut. Yeah, the pussy cocoa. And guys would nut to the pussy coconut. All right. Anyway.
It's a stunning color. It's the blue you're thinking of. Okay, it's
It's-
that bright electric blue. And the reason why I kind of,
I feel like I'm in a
gave
B-52's video right now.
it's the tikiness. Is that what you're...
It's a little. I mean, it's just a playful color
Yes,
that
yes.
is. It's very unnatural
Yeah.
in the best way possible.
Yeah.
To your health.
Cheers.
cheers.
So this is a Blue Lagoon.
Yeah. And Lily, do you want to
I
tell
wish I
our
could
audience
try-
why you're not drinking
Yeah.
or not to pry?
No. I'm absolutely ready to be honest. It's actually not because of the plain incident. It's because I have a balance and
I'm
sleep test.
I'm hearing a surprise
tomorrow.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and it's at 8:30 a.m. in Midtown.
So they're going to
Heck
put
yes.
you on a balance beam and
And
be
they
like,
said
"Can't you get
no
from one end to
no
the other?"
alcohol or allergy medications 2 days before.
Okay.
So
They say anything about chronic?
they didn't.
Okay.
Yeah.
So edible o'clock. All right. What do you,
So what do you
Okay,
think?
so Blue Lagoon time, guys.
I think you're pleasantly
so-
surprised.
Jason looks like he's slurping that up. Honestly,
this
more
is-
than the hibiscus.
These two drinks together, I almost want to combine them.
Ooh,
I
okay.
don't know if that is offensive to you guys,
Not
but
at all.
I think the color would be
Yeah,
ungodly.
righteous. I think.
thank God
really-
this is an audio-based format. But like Lily's drink, it has the sweetness, and then yours is a little more on the sour side because of the lemonade. You were a little.
I was a little conservative with the simple syrup because
Which I like.
I wanted the lemon to really be speaking.
Well,
And
The lemon is the star in this.
did
drink.
you try the? I'm so curious. Did you try the blue curacao on its own? And what is that?
Oh God, no!
taste?
I
Is that
I
sweet?
imagine
I would assume.
I imagine it's
Yeah.
sweet, and I imagine it's very, very like artificially saccharine in the way that like Aperol is. Like Aperol's
Yeah.
really gross on its own.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I assume Blue Curaçao's
I
the
think
same
blue
way.
curacao is literally just like water, sugar, and blue food coloring.
And it's
Okay.
syrupy. Like it's got a kind of gross consistency
Syrup.
to it.
It's fucked up. Yeah, I mean, I think drinking these, I would never combine the two of them, of course. That would be really offensive. But if I had a 2-straw situation right now, this would be really nice.
Well,
Oh,
and that
you would
could
do-
get
oh, you're
very
gonna
kind of
hold
Sour
some in your
Patch
mouth and then do a mouth
Kids.
mix.
It feels very. What was that candy that you like suck it and it changes different colors? Like the longer you suck it.
like a gobstopper?
Yes.
Wait,
And
You
he-
should do a mixie.
Okay, is it smashing? Is it slapping?
Well, it's you're taking the high end and the low end. Ben's gonna love this, and it's creating such a dynamic range.
Steven sipping blue, red.
Oh, I just got 2 big old thumbs up.
Ooh.
You see?
Ooh.
Yeah, I mean, now that's getting to be like a full, like, what's it, like, Senior Frog's, like, crazy punch.
Yeah.
Like, freshman year, I'm getting absolutely blackout. Like, there's 16 roofies in my drink, and I don't care.
It's 2 flowers. Together, they become a bouquet.
Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah, that's
They're
good.
gorgeous together.
Oh, they are gorgeous together.
It is creating some floral notes.
But yeah, the reason why I kind of prompted you the appletini, because I was wondering, it's like we've done the Cosmo, we're martinied through our ears, and I feel like, those magazines, they're searching to bring something back.
Right.
And so
I think I saw the Appletinis there. It was trying to make a comeback.
Yeah, and so I've been seeing a little driplets here and there of people being like trying to be like, oh yeah, the Appletini, it's back in a Sex and the City way, and it's just like I just don't think the Appletini can come back. I think it's just too disgusting.
It needs to be artisan, in my opinion.
Yeah,
I think it can be artisanal. I don't think palates are gonna turn back to sweetness, or at least that kind of sweetness, anytime soon.
because we've gone so sour with our sour beer and our natural wine,
And like it's a whole generation now that we all expect this from our wines. So even the mainstream wines are becoming more saline. They're becoming like more rough around the edges and more like kombucha.
And I feel with the apple stuff, there's like the whole crew of like basic pumpkin ladies who love your like whiskey, apple, brandy, on fire drinks.
But okay,
On fire.
Here's the thing though, is why I feel like maybe they will come back is because nostalgia is a hell of a drug, sweetheart. And as the future becomes less and less certain, I think we continue to reach
We look
into the
for
not
something.
In
so
these last
distant-
days,
in
we
these
will
final
find.
days, we keep. It's always just like 2012 is back, 2009 is back, 2017 is coming back, y'all. Like we're the cultural trends are becoming more and more truncated, and so I do feel like everyone's gonna be like, wait, this is so hilarious. We're getting like espresso martinis have become so shockingly
The
ubiquitous.
way we saw in England and Ireland, the way people drank espresso martinis was they were mainlining them. Like
Espresso.
at a small haunted village on the border of Northern Ireland, like girls are fucking downing espresso martinis. Like
So
it
it's
has,
like a very rustic village, and some guy has tweezers, and he's putting the coffee beans, floating them on there, or is it
they're
more
not
of a
they're not doing bean. They're
more
like
of a Spartan serving?
They're pulling out like a Rubbermaid bin from under the bar that's full of espresso
I also
and
think-
dumping it into a
They're
plastic.
scooping a mug of mead,
Yeah,
kind of
so-
vibe into it. Okay.
Yeah.
I actually tried to find a small amount of Kahlua because I wanted to make the cocktail featured on my shirts.
Small, like an
amount
an
of
airplane
Kahlua.
bottle.
Yeah,
Nip.
because I was like,
You saw the airplane bottle, and you're like, nope.
No, I was like, no. I was like, do you guys have nips of Kahlua? And they're like, we have this like $20 medium bottle, and I was a little bit like,
Is that what it's called? A nip of like an airplane bottle?
yeah.
Have you never
a nip.
heard the
Sorry,
word
in
nip?
New York
No,
we call
no.
it nips.
I've heard that word before, but we just call them airplane bottles, I guess.
Because you fly so much.
Well, I've just
As a world
I've never
traveler.
bought alcohol so small,
So you think like a homeless guy is going into a
Hey, can I
liquor
have
store and
an
be like, can I have an airplane
Well, I
bottle?
mean, it's like New York invented the Lucy cigarette as well as the nip of alcohol. You guys are awesome here.
Right. No, we're
Well-
and LA is so like, oh, can I have like?
Can I have a
airplane?
full-size bottle and a pack of cigarettes?
sorry. Can I have a 2-liter bottle of Kahlua for my fucking tank?
'Cause I'm gonna go
that
put
I'm
it in my
driving
trunk.
to Brentwood
Yeah,
in,
yeah, yeah.
Put it in
and
my
I'm
SUV.
mowing over some small child. It's never big enough for you people. Oh,
Celebrity Book Club.
Back to this crazy cocktail history of yours.
okay. Well, okay. So you were like we're sort of like in the early 2000s right now, and then
What was that drink again called? The
That was an adios motherfucker.
Adios.
And there was also another one called a liquid cocaine, which I think is like a shot of Goldschlager and 151 kind of thing.
What is Goldschlager? Is that like Jägermeister?
It's,
That's that gold flake. It was featured in the amazing movie. Wow, with Jonah Hill.
Superbad.
Super
Bad, yeah.
Oh yeah, the girl that he wants to have
Oh,
sex with.
that movie like defines my personality.
Dude, and also
Okay,
you should
go
if you
around-
watch it now, it still holds up. But
Everyone go around and say their favorite quotes.
it's like a cinnamon. It's a very thick, syrupy cinnamon
Like a
alcohol.
horchata?
Maybe
No, it's clear, I thought. But
No,
it
it's
has
clear.
gold flakes in it.
It's a very like,
and I heard
it's an insane flavor.
Explanation is like, yeah, the flakes actually cut your throat so it bleeds and you get drunk faster.
Oh my god, I've never heard that. That's fucked up.
That's insane. So it enters your bloodstream immediately.
Yeah, kind of like putting a tampon,
like the vodka-soaked tampon.
Yeah,
it's the sort of
I should have brought a vodka-soaked tampon.
Okay, so you're in LA now. As many of our audience don't know, you embarked upon a career as a DJ producer. Mm-hmm. And from my experience going through Spotify yesterday and looking at your work history...
I was blasting your remixes
I was blasting
today.
some of your remixes and some of your cool tracks, which were kind of like centered around the 2009 to like 2013 era.
Sounds about right, yeah.
Which I'm going to say is... like the sort of tail end of the Bloghouse, like hype machine era, but like going into Trop House, but like not quite in the like full, kind of getting into dubstep era, but like not in the full, like,
name one
area.
more genre.
Yeah, all of that is correct.
That
all
checks
of that is
out.
correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
1000%.
Did you see yourself as a kind of, a spiritual inheritor of the sort of like the French touch greats who came before you, or no?
Oh, yeah, I love...
Are you a Fred Falk head? Like, are you a...
Big Fred Falk
the 12s head?
Less 12s,
Okay.
but yeah, like Fred and Alan Brax and all those
Sure,
guys.
I mean, the
We
geniuses.
DJ'd together a bunch of times back in the day.
That's crazy.
Yeah, one time I was playing this festival with Alan Brax, and he had never been to Del Taco,
Wow.
and which is
Is he old? I picture him old.
Yeah, he's old.
Okay.
He's probably like 50
Okay.
something.
Whoa.
He's like a gray-haired French guy.
Yeah.
Still kind of could get it, You know how old French guys, they like tuck in their shirts and it works into jeans?
Serge Gainsbourg, anyone? You can surge up in my board.
Mr. Wazo, you know what I mean?
So
Have you
is
seen
he
him?
one
No.
of your like, I would if I was gay?
No. Maybe when he was younger. But it was a good moment because it was a festival in Orange County, and it was like on my home turf. I'm like, let's get fucking wasted and like hit the drive-thru at Del Taco. We're gonna get some bomb-ass quesadillas. And he's like, quesadilla is food?
Quesadilla, c'est quoi ça?
quesadilla?
And then we went and bought like $100 worth of shit, and like we're all wasted. We fucking
Last Friday night.
he said, "File the menu."
Yeah.
No, faire du menu.
And then we were eating it like at a pool, like a hotel pool at like 4 a.m. He's like,
It already
"That's so
sounds
good. It's
like
so good."
a music video.
It's very,
Basically.
very
Yeah.
music video of that era. Also,
Yeah.
Just
In
like,
Orange County, it's like this every night, guys.
Wow. Okay,
wow,
moving.
This could all be yours.
I
So-
mean, I guess kind of compare it because I'm kind of like, how could you leave, man? Like the mosh pit for the club, but it's like that sounds more fun,
Then there's girls there.
right?
There's mad girls, and they're falling all over
So
you.
at this point, you're at the club and you're DJing, and you're past your Orange Coast days. You're getting chicks.
A little bit more so, yeah. I mean, it
Well-
literally started when I started drinking. That's when I had
and this
the
is
liquid
the
courage
era,
not to
now
be...
it's getting so like Nicki Digital, like or whatever, and the girls.
Cobra Snake.
The Cobra Snake and the girls are being more like OG Katy Perry, just being like bustier tights and like kind of a little bit Suicide Girl, but like not
But also
actually.
like huge white Ray-Bans.
God, maybe I could... I have a photo of me, of Katy Perry and I when
Oh,
it was
please.
just...
Wait, did you ever?
Have sex with Katy Perry? No. No, honey.
Make out.
No. That never happened.
You did, and again, like not to be obsessed with this one episode of your own podcast that you recorded 2 days ago, but you did say that you have a shred of bi in you.
Oh, God.
And so, just to follow up and sort of piggyback off
And
that
close
statement,
the loop.
and close the loop on
And
that.
now that you're finishing the hibiscus mark.
It's kind of coursing through your veins, like on a scale of like 1 to I would fuck a guy because like a hole is a hole, or just like I would absolutely like fully like suck the balls, fully rusty trombone like a hot young twink if I was drunk. Like, where are you?
Is it like a 1 to 10?
Yeah, and the 5 is the like I would fuck a guy because I like don't know it's a guy and I'm in the bait bus or whatever and I'm blindfolded and then
Oh.
and then
Wait, how 5 is like you're blindfolded and on like a
This
bus?
seems like 500.
Yeah, I think
5 is like I was on Molly and I made out
Yeah.
with my friend.
that to me is more than the blindfolded.
Really? I mean,
Yeah.
that I've done that before.
Whoa.
But this was a long time ago. I mean, I was probably
Okay.
21 or 22 or something like that.
So you were on a liquid kamikaze adios motherfucker.
I was on ecstasy and my friend who is much more leaning on the spectrum of bisexuality was like, it sort of begins with a like, there's some chicks in the jacuzzi kind of vibe, and it's like, what if we made out and then you guys make, but we won't make out unless you guys make out. Kind of thing,
All right.
Which is not that. It wasn't
That's
like
pretty dope of you.
That's pretty cool of you to admit. Also,
we didn't circle each other's wagons for months in like an edging "call me by your name" kind of
situation. It wasn't like,
situation.
finally, and that was an excuse,
right? And you were finally just like, you like get to his house for this like cool weekend upstate, and you're like, yeah. So actually, like Tamara and Sandra couldn't come. Like, should we just go? And you're like, why not?
That's so weird, but I guess yeah. No, I think on the bi spectrum, it's less of like I don't like have male crushes, and I don't like seek out male companionship.
It's a vibe,
but it's more of like if I see a good looking person, male, woman, whatever,
I can admit.
Yeah, I can be like, that's a good looking person or whatever.
That's a hot guy. So
when you saw Chris, for example,
right? When you first saw Chris,
were you like, that's an attractive?
You guys
guy?
were at a wedding, and you scanned across the room, and you're like, fuck.
Chris Black?
Yeah, your podcast partner.
Didn't do much. Not my type.
Okay.
Didn't do much for me.
But did you see him? Were you like, that's an attractive guy, or just no thoughts of
no thoughts? Like, that's just a guy.
Blank.
Head empty.
Brain
but
empty.
That's how I feel about most
you were like,
males.
beep, beep, beep.
Okay.
Male. Moving on.
Like all of my male friends, I'm that same way. Like, oh, you're a nice person. Let's be friends. Not just like,
right. You might as well be a fucking mailbox. Now, what is your? But if we had to choose, right? Let's go back to the hot tub. If we're going to like Jason, it's your 40th birthday. Your partner is just like, Jason, it'd be so hot if you made out with one of the 3 guys in this hot tub. Which guy are you making out with?
Okay,
are
here's
there
some
hypothetical guys here, or am I just
the hypothetical guys? There's maybe kind of like a total like.
Give me 3 beefcakes,
all right,
and I'll let you know.
there's like a skinny, like indie, just like total like cutie. You know what I mean? Like indie
like an
hot.
emo 25-year-old boy.
Then there's like a ripped
34-year-old like
tan
muscle daddy, like Mark Consuelos, like. But like not too big, like still kind of like trim.
I don't know who Mark is that a
Kelly Ripa's husband.
Okay, my bad.
soap opera, like a soap opera star.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then there's kind of this bearded French guy.
Yeah,
in
who's
like
kind of nasty, a little bit dirty, bags under his eyes.
Yeah, okay.
Okay,
It's
there
the French.
we go.
Maybe.
So you're just a Europhile, is ultimately.
No.
Your sexuality is Europe. Same here.
Not really.
You just want somebody who's lived a life.
Just out of those 3 suggestions, I don't swim in the twink waters or the muscle waters. I like looking at a guy and he looks like me in the mirror, you know?
Okay. Intellectual but rough around the edges.
Okay,
The leather has some wear on it.
Right. So you're almost
it's
like
time. Sorry, things have gotten really sexy. I think it's time for the next cocktail.
Okay, so you're almost kind of like a clown fucker, baby. It's right. You like
yeah,
it.
baby.
Well, I'm also very attracted to a sense of humor. I don't know if that's random or not.
Oh, that's not
Is it
random
okay
at all.
if you're smoking here?
We love senses of humor on this podcast.
Y'all, is it weird? But I think it's a turn on.
Wait, so like not to pry. So is your like girlfriend, is she like a total like practical jokester? Like you guys are always pranking each other, and you guys have like such a hilarious, flirtatious relationship.
Where you're like putting down a banana peel, and it's like a viral. Like watch Jason Stewart, host of How Long Gone, troll his girlfriend on this Valentine's Day.
I constantly own my life partner in epic ways, in a lot of hidden. The amount of GoPros I have set up around the house.
Can I ask like how you guys met?
We met on Instagram. We had actually she was
the MySpace of today.
She was a fan of my musical work. She would like download my remixes on LimeWire.
She was listening to your
LimeWire
your remix of Steve Aoki's remix of Michael Jackson, and she was like, "This fucking slaps like all hell."
No, honey, different. No, like a Moody XX remix or something like that, where she was like, I'm like in my 20s and like doing coke in a club, and she's like probably still like a 15-year-old in high school, and like, this is a dope remix. And then one day she bagged me.
Damn. So did she? She made the first move.
Yeah.
She
So
slid.
we had a lot of mutual friends in common. but we had never really met or hung out. And then she sent me. Actually, I went on a date with a friend of hers. It didn't go well, and she asked permission, like, "Hey, is it okay if I go out
If
this
I
guy?"
swoop,
Whoa.
she asked the friend. She was like, "Listen, you drop the ball. May I pick it up?"
I've been listening to these remixes since I was 15.
And the friend was just like, "Sure, go for it."
She was like, "Yeah, please, honestly, please."
Please, like, put him out of his misery.
It was a weird situation because I had been in a relationship for a long time, and this was a girl that worked at Trader Joe's by my house, and I had seen her.
The one you were in a relationship with, or
While
the one
I was
who slid
No. This is previous. Like I was in a relationship for a long time. Then
with the Trader Joe's.
No.
No, the other girl worked.
I was in a relationship for a long time, broke up.
The
then I was
date,
single.
The failed date was at Trader Josephina.
Yeah, but she ended up being friends with my partner.
Okay.
And then blah blah blah.
And then she traded Joe's.
Yes, we did. It didn't work. We had a great rapport at the cashier's counter, but when we went out for
Doesn't
dinner,
everybody with the
Yeah.
Trader Joe's employee?
they kind of
Ultimately, it was it was really transactional.
I
But
guess
you guys know you can relate to like, oh, that's like the cutie at Whole Foods or Trader Joe's or the market since you were when you were younger or something that you might have a little winky flirtatious or something.
Yeah, and you want to see where it goes. I mean, Amanda Knox had
Right.
that flirtation with the guy at the coffee shop in Perugia,
Exactly.
and ultimately he like lived with his mom, and it was like kind of random.
See, you never know till you try.
Yeah.
Total sidebar. I'm about to mix up one of Steven's libations. Is this something that you think should be stirred or shaken?
So it actually should be stirred,
Okay.
according to legend.
Yeah.
So what I have going on here is this is taking us into, I want to say, 2015. Maybe around the same time that your current girlfriend slid into your DMs. I don't know how long you guys. No, you guys are more 3.5 years.
We're more. It's more of 2017-18 for my partner.
Okay,
currently.
so 4.5
4
years.
No. Actually, no. No, I mean it was a 2015.
Okay, so she was with you before you got accepted to Hendrick's U.
Oh yeah, way before. She believed in me.
Yeah.
She was betting
like,
on
you
me.
can do it. You're studying the tests, and you're like, she's like, come to bed, and you're like, I have more Hendrick's U homework, and you do have a blow up fight, and the next morning she's like, look, I do really want you to get into Hendrick's
and then
U.
you got in, but you didn't get the full scholarship, and she was like, "It's okay, I'll take on extra shifts."
At Trader Joe's.
I know this matters.
Okay, chug your blue lagoons. I'm really excited. Steven has
let me
worked
tell you the
pretty
story
hard
behind
on
this insane. So I have actually been hard at work in the laboratory that is my railroad apartment for the past 24 hours creating this drink.
Should I?
I guess.
It is an extremely mixology drink. It is a bacon-infused old-fashioned recipe from the Speakeasy Please Don't Tell, located in the East Village.
One of the most iconic speakeasies, they
Shaken?
I did shake it.
Okay.
I told you to stir.
Well, I don't have a
we don't
huge
have a stir.
cocktail
Okay.
spoon, which is going on my birthday list, which is December 1st. Just saying.
Yeah, we're in a podcast studio, not a full bar, so I don't have a giant rectangular.
And I
square
will
ice
be
cube.
the angry. Stephen and I met a furious lesbian mixologist in London.
At this hotel bar in London, who kept saying, "The bar is closed, but fine, I'll make her drink anyway," and then would proceed to make like the most complicated drink with like such a floral, like
Leaves
burnt
and
rind on it, and
sprays.
like so many.
And then if you even
tweezered
approach the
beans.
bar while she's like tweezing things, she'd be like, "It's gonna be 20 minutes, so just sit down."
And then was like,
hard
kept
as a
saying
rock.
I know. And then she'd come over, she'd be like, "Let me guess, do you want the same kind of martini that I served you upstairs?" "Yeah, I'm on it." I
Wow.
was like, "Okay, dom me."
I like her energy.
So this is bacon infused.
Bacon infused old fashioned.
Yeah, so it's basically a bacon infused whiskey that I did infuse myself, and then
So we're in the
orange
heart
rind,
of 2015. I'm
bitters,
already
and then a
getting-
special maple syrup that I got from my boyfriend's dad. That's specifically.
What
for
did you smoke the
cocktails.
ice cubes with again?
Those are with a cherrywood amber. It's Filipino wood, actually.
Yeah, it's Philip Hanks. Excuse you. This is,
Yeah, I'm getting the bacon.
You get the bacon. So the first round of bacon infusion, I did the grease of 4 strips that I poured into this like.
Oh,
cold
that
whiskey.
restaurant, 4 strips.
The
Four
grease
strips.
of
Yeah.
four
The
strips.
The grease of 4 strips. And then, like, infuse it for 4 hours, put it in the freezer, lifted all of the congealed fat out of the whiskey, tasted it, and I was just like, well, this doesn't even taste like bacon. So then this morning, I did the grease of another, like, 10 strips, poured that more into the whiskey, did the whole process again, freezered. And then I was like,
you cooked the bacon and you poured the grease into the whiskey?
Yeah.
And put it in the
What'd
freezer.
you do with all that dope ass bacon?
Yeah.
I ate it.
Did you eat it? Because you're addicted to bacon.
Yeah, sorry, I ate all the bacon.
Now, bacon whiskey cocktails, do we want to center that around the heart of 2015, 2016?
Yeah.
I want to say?
I'm gonna
right
ha-
as you and your life partner were
please
dating.
don't tell. Like, that speakeasy culture is so... I don't know if this caught on in LA in the same way, but, like, to this day, like, straight people are still going on TikTok and then booking a flight straight to LaGuardia, getting off the plane, taking a taxi directly to the East Village.
The
and,
Speakeasy Express.
And knocking
really.
on the door of a phone booth where they've made reservations like 3 days prior to get in.
Or 6 months in advance.
And have a $22 bacon-infused cocktail.
But then I will
that is
say,
still happening.
I feel like speakeasy stuff started around like 2012, like Lab Coat, and then like bacon whiskey exploded.
So
I
are
wanna
you,
say-
are you obsessed with this?
A little
this
bit
simple
later.
old-fashioned?
This is making me. I want a dope cigar with this so fucking bad.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Have
a
you
fat ass chair and
So
a cigar.
it's fucking masculine.
Yeah.
All right, now we're in fucking business. Enough of the chick drinks.
Yeah. This is something I could really sink my teeth into.
Yeah.
All right.
So the last cocktail, there's no ice left to shake. I would say this is a cocktail I was trying to do.
Should we just sip it out of the out of this Tupperware?
I think it's really more of the moment and is
Okay.
modern.
I feel
as
like
in,
FX is the bear.
it's a twist on a classic. Basically, it's a
And-
Cynar Negroni,
Okay.
which
Cynar.
which I felt is very just like
2022. If
2022. You know, it's
We've
like we're
come-
looking
we've
for
come to
our
the
bitter
present.
Amaros, but we also love Negronis.
Yep.
We love the classics, but we need something.
So does this mean it's Cynar takes the place of Aperol? Or it takes
takes place of Campari.
There's no
babe.
maraschino in there,
Oh, sorry,
right?
sorry.
Or is that all
No.
the Cynar?
So
It's Cynar, sweet vermouth,
and gin.
gin, and Irish gin.
I must say, I quite like that. That's probably my favorite cocktail offering of
Oh,
even though it's served
Wow.
lukewarm.
It's almost hot.
And sorry, and there's a dash of
Angostura?
olive juice, of Sicilian olive.
why you
That's
like
what
it.
it is.
Because it's a fucking salad.
Boom.
No, well,
Siciliano.
It's a fucking niçoise over here.
Grab your cigar,
No, I have to
bitches.
say, this is a meal. This is
Yeah.
a straight up, put this in a Panera bread bowl and I will
Soup
devour
it up.
This is good.
Heat
Will.
it
no,
up.
it's good.
This is super substantive.
Thanks, guys.
No, I like it when a drink
What's
has the
funny
sweetness,
is-
but it has extreme bitterness.
And a little
It's
bit
like-
of sour,
I have to
too.
say, I worked so hard to put meat in my bourbon, and all you did was put some olive juice in it. I feel like it gives it even more robustness
Well, I think
than all
that's-
that baconing.
to prove kind of what
Lessons
happened
were
with
learned
the
today,
crazy
weren't they?
2015 cocktails of like whiskey, peanut butter,
This is
baconing.
crazy. This is almost a sauce. Okay, I think you
You
should.
want to put
This
that
is
on
all-
some
The
lamb.
fact that
this
it's in a small deli cup. This is more of a condimenti.
Yeah, put this on a roast ass chicken. I don't know about this drinking it, but
Well, if it was on ice shaken, I think you would feel
Yeah, if
differently.
this was in a wine glass
Yeah.
filled with ice cubes, a long straw. You're in
Huge
Sicily.
orange peel.
White Lotus season 2.
Yeah.
You're smoking a cigarette, and it's like, oh, it's such a hot day, but I'm being cooled down by
And
this
you're in a
Cynar.
linen
Yes.
shirt.
the cigarette has also been chilled.
I don't even care that my linen is wrinkled.
Celebrity Book Club.
Liquid segments. What does she eat?
What does she wear? How does she live?
Okay, what does she drink?
What does she drink?
Okay, Jason is
Okay, so
Wait,
the man
I'm
of all
she.
season. She's she right
Okay,
now.
okay.
She is
yeah,
she.
She is she.
is
Jason,
she.
yes, is classic martini, but is also just like, I think also like down for whatever at the same time.
But he's
Like,
also just like
audio.
he's coffee and he's water and he's like normal.
I do
I
like
actually-
I like a tequila soda, splash of lime. I like a skinny
You're
girl ranch
classic,
water.
like you're kind of hotel room service vibes. Like
Guilty.
you're not like falling prey to the trends.
No,
But
no,
I
no,
think
no.
you'll also try anything.
I'm
Once.
a traditionalist who will
Yeah,
literally
I think
try
you're
anything
like,
once.
you
you
will
want
try
a
anything once.
martini and you want a Bloody Mary and like a tequila soda at the club, and if it's like a
And if it's a little, if it's a little cloud of cum
Mm-hmm.
that like floated up to the top of the hot tub, you might,
If it sounds
you might
wrong, I'll put a little bit of it in my body.
Yeah.
I also feel like you love a Spanish lager, like an Estrella. You're like, couple of Estrellas over here for me and my life partner.
I feel like if you're
Well, I
having
grab a fistful of nuts.
Yeah.
I think if you're having a beer, you're doing it with a shot in like a more of a performative way. You're not
No.
being so.
I don't
sipping
see you
on a beer
taking
all day.
shots.
No, I sip
No.
cold ones. I
Yeah.
like a Japanese
what I'm
beer
talking about.
typically,
Oh,
but I'll
Asahi?
do Spanish.
Asahi?
Okay.
I like a Sapporo on draft.
Okay. Oh,
a
yeah.
crispy draft Japanese
Listen,
beer.
Okay, I
Sushi?
guess you are just so Monocle Magazine, and you're just like, yeah.
Don't.
I can't even
don't.
imagine Jason taking a shot.
I've
feel like-
taken many shots,
Maybe-
but
What? Not
He's
recently.
taking nothing but shots. I mean, aren't you like good friends with Stevie Aoki?
he's
And you're-
sober. He's been sober for like 20 years, almost.
so-
But
That's what I'm
before
saying,
he was
you used
sober,
to take shots.
he was very drunk.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very, very drunk.
I would hope so. Otherwise, why go sober? All right. What does he wear?
What does
He's in
he
a
wear?
really cool like charcoal sweater.
And some like navy pants.
I mean, you are a big and tall man, so it's like you are having to go to specialty stores and like.
I just go to the Real.
Okay.
Well,
Are
I
you
guess.
are you mostly real and do you? I feel like you don't eBay.
No, but I
no, I
think.
eBay.
Okay,
Okay.
but are you? Here's, I guess, my.
The sweater's Prada. The pants are Armani.
That's not surprising.
Done. Yeah.
What I do wonder is
Say it.
is the casual style at home, are the sweatpants like Amazoned, like $37 sweatpants that like Chris Black recommended to him
No,
on his
no.
strategist
On this,
article,
I don't think he is. He's not wearing any Amazon clothes.
or it's like,
Oh.
are they like so Everlane? Is he going to like some like store in LA that's called just like the like?
Oh,
the-
yeah. Do
the
you have, like,
Bad
hem-
Man's Folly? And
Do you
he's
ha-
getting
I
like
think-
$130
This
like
is what I think. I think
canvas
you have like
sweatpants.
a stunning robe.
So my sweatpants are camber. Are you familiar with
Okay,
that
so
brand?
it is
So it
so
is a
Bad
brand.
Man's Folly. Okay.
Well, do you know what it is?
No.
It's
Is
like
it elevate? Is it such an Instagram ad and it's
no,
elevated
so
essentials?
camber
for men?
is very
Wait, no! Oh my God! Camper is that GQ article that every straight man was freaking out about.
Oh, that's like
Maybe.
2 weeks
we make
ago?
7
Yes.
T-shirts
No,
a year,
no,
and
yes,
now we're
right.
making 10 T-shirts,
I-
and it's actually the end of the world that we're making 10 T-shirts.
it's high performance
Wait,
construction
yes,
worker
no,
gear.
no,
Wait, you see that article? And I saw every single like cool straight guy I know just being like
No.
best fucking article
Bro,
on the motherfucking
the entire
planet.
Throwing Fits extended
Yeah.
universe was just like, this is why I get up in the morning.
I did
And
not
it's-
know there was an article
And
about
it's like
it.
he makes a sweatshirt and the weave. He won't tell anyone what's in the weave.
They're very heavy, very thick
Okay.
sweatshirts
But
that you
this is
wear
that
if
thing
you're working
where you're
on
so
the
just like,
construction
and
site.
here's the amazing thing about it. You only have to buy one
Buy
pair
one
of
for the rest
sweatpants
of your
every
life.
season.
The rest of your life.
And it's so just like, yeah, it's like I only buy my one season.
My Madewell sweats every year. I got to replace them.
Yeah.
But you've had the same sweat since you were just hardcore 15 years old.
Yeah, but I mean, I live in California, so it's
you don't really
You
need.
rarely need,
But
them, except when you blast the AC.
because I'm so tall,
in
my
your
circulation
home.
isn't super amazing. So I do
it's
get
hard for the both
Do
of
you
you all
get
the way out
cold?
there.
I get cold. Yeah, so sometimes I have to wear heat technology.
And your camber sweatpants are
$314.
navy.
They are navy,
Yes.
large, tall
Nice,
size,
dude.
and they offer tall
Woo, woo.
sizes, which is very special.
Okay,
LT.
how does
LT.
she live?
How does she live?
I mean, I know you have a sauna in your home,
So,
which is absolutely
and
insane.
do you
so you
wear
are
the
Elon
camper
Musk, and like
sweats
you
to,
are
like-
like actually Dr. Evil. But no, I know it's like it's
I'm a
chill.
suburban girl.
It's cool.
I feel like your bed is low. Get low.
My partner will be mad that I forgot the name of the bed frame because it's like a
Dying to
cool
know.
one.
Okay,
Couldn't
it's
say-
not. It's not Floyd.
It's not Floyd.
Is
Okay,
it that
it's not,
brand
it's more
that you
expensive
have?
than Floyd. GetLaidBeds.co.uk.
Yeah.
I love GetLaidBeds.co.uk.
Is it Wayfair.com?
It was not available on those places.
Use code BOOK at checkout for 20% off.
And it was new, not vintage.
It was new. Yeah,
Okay.
it was new. Yeah, I grew up in suburbia in Orange County, and then I moved to LA, and it was very like city life. And now I've ended up back in suburbia. It's just comforting to me. You know?
You drive a Prius?
I have driven Prii in my
Okay.
previous
No, wait,
years.
oh wait,
Fast
now are you
pre.
so vintage Volvo and you're like my dream car?
Vintage?
No.
Oh, BMW from 94.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
I used to be a pickup truck guy until very recently. I just got a new car.
What are you
Oh,
putting
do you have
in
like
the
a
bed,
Kia
bitch?
Solero?
I have a Mercedes now.
Oh.
Like a
Like
new
a 2014 or just like a brand
like a
new?
2020 E-Class navy with
What?
espresso interior.
And it's
So
like
you're
so
navy all the
bulbous
way.
with one of those like really deep dashes and there's like screens everywhere.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Navy sweatpants.
It's not bulbous. It's just a normal
I
sedan.
wouldn't call a Mercedes bulbous.
Are you familiar with an E-Class sedan?
They're bulbous.
They're
Sorry, there's curves everywhere.
Who are you in the book? And this is for us to all go around and just say what drink we are.
I'm the Cynar drink.
Yeah, because you're worldly. You love Italian stuff. You're classy.
You're a dish. You're a dish, and you do have dishes, as I may have mentioned. It's my favorite feature on
the dishes. I forgot about that. The ears.
They're covered by my muffs right now, but my favorite thing on a man is ears that stick out.
Let's see it.
And I've considered getting surgery to make mine stick out more.
Really?
I've also considered surgery for my boyfriend to make his stick out more. Although his do stick out, and I do like it.
I think I remember seeing his ears had a little swing to them.
They do have some swing.
Swang.
I get it now, Steven.
You get it. You see it.
Yeah. Okay. We're friends on Instagram now.
Wait, you my boyfriend?
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Okay.
So I missed.
Back off, hot tubber.
I don't plan to.
Time machine.
I don't plan to do anything with them other than grow an online friendship.
All right.
That will eventually turn into something
more
unforgettable.
Wow. I think that maybe ultimately I am the hibiscus margarita.
Yeah, because you're this 2013 bitch who's just like, I just moved to Orchard and Allen. I love my apartment. I love Lower East Side.
I'm fully Michelin app, like refreshing the Michelin app like every day, being like, where the fuck are we going for dinner tonight?
I need omakase so bad.
Yeah. I had omakase for breakfast. Can I have it for lunch? Is that okay? I ultimately am just like the whiskey bacon drink that I didn't even taste because, like, hello, I'm so like Parks and Rec, like, oh, I love bacon whiskey.
No, you
like,
are Aziz Ansari's body double.
Give me more. I'm like, put bacon on everything.
So you would pour this cocktail all over your stack of flapjacks in the morning before you go work at the lumber yard?
Yeah, to be like, all right, this day's gonna start boozy. And
whiskey, bacon. Any questions?
What do I want for dinner? Whiskey, bacon, repeat.
All right, Jason, this has been an iconic
so
hour,
much
2
fun.
hours of cocktail tasting.
Thank you for drinking 4 cocktails drank out of half Tupperware and half cups.
Thank you for going on a journey with us through your history and ours.
My history.
Anyway,
follow me on social media.
You've been a gangster guest.
You've been gangster
At
guest.
Them Jeans. My podcast is called How Long Gone. Go to howlonggone.com. And that's it.
Thank you so much, Jason Stewart.
It's been an honor. Hopefully you guys will have me back the next time I'm in town.
Please, tomorrow.
I'll be back tomorrow, guys.
Ladies, we'll see you next week.
Bye, best. Celebrity Book Club is presented by Prologue Projects. The show is produced by Benjamin Frisch, with editorial support from Leon Nafok, Andrew Parsons, Arlene Arevalo, and Madeline Kaplan. Our production manager is Percia Verlin. Original theme song by Stephen Phillips Horst. Artwork by Teddy Blanks at Chips NY. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at CBC The Pod. Subscribe on your favorite podcast app. Leave us a review, and don't forget to tell your friends, well, about us. And don't forget to go to patreon.com for access to the VIP Lounge, our exclusive bonus podcast.